Dang.
So I'm getting ready for Horizon, as we discussed, and we're coming back to it.
That's true.
I'm getting so ready that I cleaned up my workplace. I dusted my desk so I can sit here
It is way cleaner because I used to
cleaner.
look back in the corner and it was just like dust haven.
Well, I mean, it's hard to get back there.
It is, and you don't really do anything back there. So
not only that, I took apart my PS4 and air dusted the crap out of it,
which was highly needed because that thing sounded like a semi truck.
It was loud. A lot of time I have my window open, I have my fan blowing, and it blows towards me, and my PS4 is on the other side of me, so dust gets blown into it. So I cracked it open, get all the dust out, took out the hard drive, took out the power supply, blew out the fan. Now it runs much better, much smoother.
Yeah, I couldn't even hear it when I walked in.
Never once have I had it shut down because it was too hot. So I haven't gotten that far, but now I don't expect it to.
Yeah.
So not only that, I'm cleaning up space on my PS4 so it runs even smoother for when I get Horizon.
Awesome.
But that's the short term. The long term that I've been getting ready for Horizon has been months in the making. I have not had a new game purchased since I think Watch Dogs 2 that I got in November. Mm-hmm. So I've had 2 months where I've kind of been, after I finished that, I'm kind of been just droning out, just whatever, play whatever. So as we discussed beforehand, a long time ago,
yeah,
I was going to get as many platinum trophies as I could before this game came out.
That's true. And you've been crushing it.
I don't remember if we decided to have a race or not.
We discussed having a race, but then I already looked at what you'd already accomplished and was like, this, I would lose this. There's no point. And if we would have, you would have crushed me.
Yeah. So I really I got on my trophy page on my PS4, and the top 8 games, the last 8 games I played are all 100%, if not platinums. Because some games I played,
they didn't have platinums.
Did not have platinums.
At the end.
Looking at you, Limbo.
Oh man, your video is so funny. You're like, all right, here it comes, guys. Here it comes.
It was awful.
It's coming. And it never came.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
It was also really hard to get that platinum.
Yeah.
To get that not platinum.
That 100%.
But it's alright. I like the 100%. I like the way it looks. So I went from 2 or 3 platinums to 9 total in the last couple months.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to pick up a game and not be able to get the platinum. Because then my block of 100% would have been messed up with something. So Overwatch is in there. It's at 82%. Really ticking me off. Watch Dogs 2, I got the platinum 4. Then they released DLC trophies, not the actual DLC yet.
Sure.
So now it says I have a platinum, but it's at 89%. Because there's 5 trophies I don't have for DLC that's not been released. Very frustrating to me. But I figured we'd talk about the importance of platinum trophies for me, for you, for gamers in general.
Yeah.
On this Trophy Talk episode.
Trophy Talk. Yeah. So looking at my list, you scoured my trophies.
I went through both of ours.
So we have listed all of our platinums.
Yeah.
And I have 4.
Yep.
Fallout 4. Final Fantasy 15.
Fallout 4 is a good one to get a platinum on. Final Fantasy 15 is a good one to get a platinum on.
Infamous First Light and Resogun. And I'll tell you, Resogun was my first one.
First ever.
And it was real frustrating because you just have to perform a certain way in the hardest difficulty. Mm-hmm. And it took me 4 hours to get it. Because you had to get a certain score.
4 hours to get the platinum from start to finish, or 4 hours to get the last
trophy. Yeah. Everything else was easy, but you had to get a certain you couldn't lose any lives, and you had to save every human. Which if you played Resogun before,
I have not.
Okay, it's just nut. It was just nuts.
It was nutty.
It took forever, but I finally got it. Yeah. I almost have Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, you're 98%.
Yeah.
You need one more.
The one trophy I didn't get was go get all the feathers. And at the end of the game, I looked back and I was like, I don't want to have to go through each city and play an hour of just running around grabbing feathers.
Yeah, but it's so easy to just turn on Netflix and turn on a video explanation
true.
of where everything is. That's for trophies like that, collectible trophies. Mm-hmm. That's literally what I do. Just do something on one screen and play the game on the other.
Yeah,
that's fun. You've had your PSN ID from the beginning. Right?
Yeah, this is my original.
This is my 3rd.
Yeah,
and despite me having more trophies than you and more platinums, we're still at the same trophy level of 13.
That's true.
Which makes me a little mad.
Understandably so.
But I have... So trophies, platinum trophies for me in general, are kind of a new love I've found. Mm-hmm. I've really enjoyed getting them.
We never talked about platinuming stuff before. No. I always talked about... I'm thinking about platinuming this game that I didn't.
That's true.
With Fallout 4 and 15 being the... exceptions.
Yeah, I always do the 100% games if I can. So Sly Cooper, all 3 of those, I 100%ed them back on the PS2. Like, Ratchet and Clanks I've done. Infamous 1 and 2, I've all 100%ed both of those, which it essentially has for Infamous is 2 gameplays. One good, one evil. And I very much enjoyed that. So that's kind of where my first love started, is like getting 100%. But now they also have trophies tied onto them, and mostly the platinum. And then you can see those, and you can be like, oh, I'm so close. I'm like at 80%. What are these other ones I need to get? And it's also one of those, I'm always talking about how I like to have specific goals on myself when I play games.
Yeah.
And that's just another goal to have.
Sure.
And trophies there's like a niche audience for trophies, but I think a lot of people like them.
Yeah, I think so too.
So these are in order from when I got them, I believe, more or less. One of the first games I ever played on the PS4 was Infamous Second Son. Another Infamous game. Of course, I'm gonna get the platinum on that. Love those games. It took me 3 years after that to get Infamous First Light, which was a free DLC that we got with PSN Plus.
Yep.
And you got the platinum on that
when it dropped,
when it first launched.
Yeah.
And
I was really in an Infamous phase right then.
Yeah.
I like borrowed it from a friend and like crushed it.
That was me, I think.
No.
No?
It was one of Jordan's friends.
Oh. Well, I have it somewhere.
You do have it.
It's in there. I was not in Infamous, so it took me 3 extra years to get that. I actually never played it. I didn't like the main character. I don't like Fetch that much.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
she's alright.
This is I don't like.
I just wasn't done playing the game, and I was like, I want more.
Yeah.
And then I played it.
But the platinum on that game was pretty fun.
It was easy too.
It was easy for the most part.
Easy and fun. It was like arena playing, running around, and getting scores.
One of the easiest platinums I got. I did get the Life is Strange platinum, which is essentially you play through the game, and then you can go back and do level select, and from there you can choose different things and collect different things, and you get trophies. So you only have to play the game through once, and then you can go back and level select, which is really easy. Not difficult at all. Ratchet and Clank, again, the 2016 version, phenomenal game. Easy platinum for the most part. I looked between the trophies that I had and you had, because you also had it, and you've beaten it, and there's the ones that I'm like, I knew you weren't going to get, which is like, I knew you weren't going to try.
Like do the hover race
Yeah,
thing.
like the hover race speed challenge, like get it under this.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care.
And like the gold bolts, we have to go back and get them all. I'm like, those are normally some of my favorite trophies to get. When there's a hidden area and you go back and find them later, I'm like, I love that. Ratchet and Clank are always super good at that. But I'm like, Justin's never going to get that. Of course not.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Battlefield 1 was one of the first ones. I borrowed it from you.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. So when you got this, I was like, I can't even imagine getting the trophy for that, because it would take me so long in multiplayer games. Like, I hate multiplayer trophies. I never want to play any game that has multiplayer trophies.
Really?
Like The Last of Us has a bunch of multiplayer trophies, and I'm like, I hate this.
It's like 3. Also,
I'm
The
just
Last of
like
Us multiplayer is good.
Well, I've played it like twice, and I hated it both times. So I don't know. Me and multiplayer trophies don't get along.
But it wasn't hard to get this one, the multiplayer trophies. It's get to rank 2 with each class, which is the 4 classes. And it takes longer than sometimes, but most people play Battlefield to play the multiplayer, I would say.
Sure.
By the end of it, I got super frustrated. I'm just like, I don't like playing Battlefield in general. And I was kind of sloshing through it to get the platinum. But the campaign was where most of the trophies come from. That was a lot of fun. There is one trophy, I don't remember what it's called, but you're on top of this Zeppelin, and you have to shoot down like 10 enemy aircraft within 30 seconds, and that's super difficult. They all spawn at the same location all at the same time. Like, not at the same time, but you can always look in the same spot, and there's going to be a plane there. But doing it in 30 seconds without missing, you have to lead your targets while getting shot at, is really difficult. And that's probably the hardest trophy that people have the most with
trouble with.
Battlefield, most trouble with in Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
However, at that point, that was probably the hardest trophy I had to do for any of my platinums, and I didn't think it was that hard. So I'm like, whatever. So I got it, and I'm like, cool, a little badge of honor. I guess kind of my platinum really started when I got Watch Dogs 2, and I got the platinum. It was a Ubisoft game, so you'd think it'd be like Assassin's Creed 2. We had to go collect every single little thing. And Watch Dogs 2 was not like that. Watch Dogs 2 was a super fun game, and the platinum in general was just very easy. You beat the game, and you level your character up all the way, and you pretty much have the platinum right there. There are 2 online trophies that you dislike. I didn't think those were too bad. I got both of those in like one day, and then I got my platinum.
Yeah, if there are trophies that are like, you try playing multiplayer.
That's what Uncharted does.
Then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Like those trophies are fine. I just hate it when you have a trophy that depends on other players being in the right situation for you to kill them or something.
So all
That
of
just takes
Overwatch
forever.
trophies?
Yeah, like Overwatch trophies. I've tried to like target them before and get them done, and it just like
It's frustrating.
I'll play the entire day, and that situation will never arise.
Yeah.
So I've given up paying attention to it and just enjoy it when I randomly get them.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, it's like, oh, trophy.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Everyone's gone to the Rapture. Was awful.
Yeah.
You have to play that game through like 4 different times, and it's at
Yeah.
a walking pace and blah blah blah. You have to do things very specifically in order without doing other things. So like you can't walk too far one direction, otherwise you have to restart.
Ugh.
That sucks. So I hated that. Got that one for free though. The game PSN Plus a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Infamous First Light we talked about. Infamous Second Son. Stories: The Paths of Destiny. There's a video uploaded on our YouTube channel about my experience with that.
Mm-hmm.
Very much enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It got very long and tedious towards the end, but I watched Parks and Rec, so that was fine.
There you go.
Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time, which is the second PS3 version of Ratchet and Clank I own. I don't own the first one, so that's why I played that one.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It was essentially my goal with all this was to play games as far away from what I think Horizon is going to be as possible and to complete them.
There you go.
So Horizon's going to be open world RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Ratchet and Clank is not. Like, none of these are open world RPGs. So I'm trying to, like, cleanse my palate, I guess, of open world RPGs. Because I do have Tomb Raider Rise... what is it called? Rise of the Tomb Raider, the 20th anniversary. That is exactly what I think Horizon's going to be. And I'm very excited to play Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but
I have set
it's on
that
the back
aside.
burner. It's
Yeah.
gotta be later.
I don't want to burn myself out.
Sure.
So we'll see what happens. I guess that was Ratchet and Clank was my last one. But I think, from what I hear, I'm going to platinum Horizon.
Yeah.
People say that it's not
It's not too bad.
too difficult.
Yeah. You know, I've been playing around with the idea. My brother did this, and it's kind of why I want to. It's like kind of like a challenge. Final Fantasy X HD remastered for the PS4
Yeah.
has some ridiculous trophies.
Like what?
Like, Final Fantasy games are notorious for having, like, post-game bosses, like,
Oh, yeah?
bosses that are, like, 10 times harder than the actual final boss. And the older Final Fantasies do it more than, like, the newest one. Like, the newest one had the giant turtle that was supposed
15.
to take forever.
Futuka?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Adamantoise.
Adamantoise.
It was supposed to be, like, super terrible. It took me an hour to beat it. Like,
So why do people say it was going to take 48 hours and it only took you an hour?
I don't know. I think people did, like, basic math. They were like, oh, max damage is this. It will take this long to do it. But that wasn't accounting for, like, all the damage you could actually do.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know why they said that. It makes no sense. I saw someone beat it in 4 minutes on YouTube, so
Oh, there you go.
it's definitely not that bad. But Final Fantasy X has some bosses that are just absolutely just far and beyond stupid hard. And it's kind of like Final Fantasy VII has that too. They have these weapons that are way harder than, like, the final boss that you go through and you beat all the weapons. And
Oh, those people?
no, they're like bioweapons. They're like
okay.
giant creatures that were manufactured.
Okay.
That's the storyline behind them. They're just like extra bosses in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 has this one. I can't remember the guy's name, but someone challenged my brother to do it, and he did it.
Oh, really?
And he was like, "It wasn't that hard." I was like, "Dude, that's got to be so hard." He's like, "Yeah, it was kind of hard." So I kind of want to go back into it because I played through the HD remaster and beat it and got like a lot of the trophies done.
So you have a save.
I have a
So
save.
you don't have to start fresh.
So what I can do is I put like 60 or 70 hours on it
Oh my gosh. that's so
to
much.
beat it to the extent that I did.
Yeah.
And so because it's been so long, it's one of those things where I could just take another stab at it from my save
Mm-hmm.
to finish the rest of the content on it. That's probably I wouldn't replay the whole game for it.
And you get a platinum.
And I could get a platinum for it.
That'd be fun.
So I'm thinking about doing that. And then hopefully Horizon Zero Dawn is doable.
Right here, you don't need to play it through twice.
Yeah.
And it's not difficulty bound.
Good.
So you can play it on any difficulty.
Yeah. The ones that make you play through it 3 times on different difficulties. Like Uncharted, like Last of Us. Those really just kill me. Like,
The Last of Us.
I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it if that's the case.
See, if it's a game like that, and that's what I did with Battlefield 1, and I know that going in, I'll play it on the hardest difficulty to begin with. And then,
Sure.
but sometimes they have like a new game plus or like a difficulty that you need to unlock by playing the hardest difficulty. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, don't
So
want to do it.
one of my favorites is playing a game on the hardest difficulty, and then once you get to the end, you like have 4 trophies pop immediately, like hard, medium, easy, and just one for completing the game. Like that's my favorite. 4 and 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think that going forward, I'm going to try to do platinums more often. I'm not going to I've gotten like nine platinums in like 2 months. There's not going to be games that I've been looking through the PSN Plus games to see which ones would be fun and doable for platinum.
Sure.
And I'm like, I don't want to play this game. So I think from now on, I'll just go to the games I want to play. And I think we talked about this before, where I was very frustrated when I was playing Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, because it wasn't a game I wanted to play.
And it's the type of game isn't, I don't feel like for me either. It's just a walking simulator.
Yeah, I'm fine with walking simulators. It's just, this one was so, I don't know, not so much boring, but it was just, I was not in the mood for it. And it's kind of long. Limbo was much better. I much prefer to play Limbo. Unfortunately, there wasn't a platinum. They did make a new game called Inside that's been in discussions for Game of the Year last year, 2016. So we'll see about that one. I might get Limbo. I don't know if there's a platinum on that one or not. Or I might get Inside. I don't know if there's a platinum. But it was very fun. It was very rewarding too. There's some very difficult trophies in that. If you get a difficult trophy, it can be nice. It can be nice to have something like that to be like, okay, I did that. That was fun. And you get rewarded. I really like platinum trophies. I like having the 100% show up.
Yeah, sure. Feels good.
Like I think I'm gonna get it for Horizon. And whatever comes next. Maybe not Prey. If it is like BioShock, so like to get the platinum in BioShock, you have to go through on the hardest difficulty without using any save points. So that's incredible.
That's so difficult.
That'll be hard. So I don't know what Prey is gonna be like. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard. Spider-Man for PS4, made by Insomniac, one of my favorite developers. Again, they made Ratchet and Clank. That should be an easy one to platinum. That's right up my alley. So a lot of times you can go by developer.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they approach it the same way in most games.
Yeah, I mean, you can
especially within
compare
their
like
own genre.
Skyrim to Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Like platinums would be similar. Insomniac, I mean, Infamous to Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Or Infamous to Sucker Punch. Ratchet and Clank 2, what I assume Spider-Man's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really exciting.
Yeah, platinums are fun. It's like,
I'm also glad, because I have a solid block on my trophy list right now of 100% games.
Yeah. You want to just keep adding to it, right?
That and the last couple of days, there's been some games that I wanted to play, but because Horizon hasn't came out yet and I was preparing for this, I'm like, I'm not going to play them. And because I haven't been playing video games, I've been doing so much work on like the podcast stuff and like streaming stuff.
Dude, you've been killing it.
And like I've been playing Smash more, so it's just nice to like.
Yeah, because I left my GameCube here. Dang it. It's still here.
Nah.
Dang it.
Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to like kind of get away, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if you guys have ideas about platinums, thoughts about platinums, if you want to share your platinums with us, we'd love to hear about them.
Your most proud platinum.
Go ahead and tweet at us at UP Gamers Podcast.
Or your most coveted.
Yeah, you're the most precious to you.
Ooh,
tell us
my precious.
what it is. We've got an email, underpaidgamerspodcast@gmail.com.
Correct.
We have a website, underpaidgamers.com. We're on YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher,
Facebook, Twitch,
everywhere. If you just Google
hopefully everywhere.
Underpaid Gamers, we're just like the whole first page, except for like one link, I think.
How dare they?
I know. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah.
Leave us a nice little comment, nice little review on iTunes or something.
Next week,
just a little bit of something. What do we got next week, Tony? Tell us.
Next week is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be nuts.
Logan and Horizon.
Both dropping.
Yes. So hold on to your seatbelts.
Next week's gonna be lit.
And then probably the week after that, we'll talk about Horizon again.
Probably. Whichever one doesn't get enough time on the next podcast, it'll probably carry over. Let's be honest.
Or Mass Effect.
Something.
Mass Effect comes out the 17th, I think. Friday. That's a Friday. Maybe it's I don't know. Whenever Mass Effect comes out, we might buy it. We might not.
We'll see. It depends on how far and how much time we spent on Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's true. Which I expect will be a lot. It's gonna be fun. Red-haired maiden. Alloy. Alloy? Alloy. It's not alloy. It's not the real word. For whatever reason.
It's not the real word.
Alloy.
Sweet. Thanks for listening,
Horizon
guys.
is on the upcoming list of things to talk about.
There it is.
Notice. You see what I could have said?
What could you have said?
That Horizon was on the
Horizon.
No, upcoming list of things to talk about.
Oh, sweet.
I'm unpredictable.
Yep, he is. Bye. Bye, guys.